I just received an email from a mom asking about missing assignments. Here's what she had to say. I found out that my daughter has 15 missing assignments and she refuses to do them. It becomes a fight when she gets home and I ask her to do her homework. She won't tell us what she's doing during class, and I know she's not getting the work done. How can a parent make sure that their teen does their homework? My name is Maggie Schwalbach. I'm an executive functioning coach. I've worked with hundreds of families over the past 20 years and have heard this particular question hundreds, if not thousands or millions of times. How does a parent help their teen get their homework done? So the very first thing is to acknowledge what comes up for you when you find out about the missing assignments. I'm going to take a guess that it was you who found out that there were assignments missing, not your daughter telling you that the assignments were missing. And this is an important clue because what I often see in working with teens is they don't know what's missing or half done. Why? Because they're avoiding going on to the school portal, or sometimes they don't even know the login to get into the school portal. More often than not, they're not going onto that school portal because they just don't want to see it. That doesn't mean it's laziness or defiance. And this is an important distinction. Executive functioning skills don't have to do with laziness, resistance, stick it to the school or stick it to our parents. They have to do with underdeveloped skills like task initiation, time management, planning, follow through. Those are all executive functioning skills that can lead to missing work or half done work or even work that's completed but not turned in. So what would I recommend that a parent do? Approach with curiosity. Instead of coming in and saying, you need to get this done, which is leading to the fights. I know, I've been there. Instead, come clean about how you found out about the 15 missing assignments. So you're acknowledging what is. There's 15, there's not 500, and there's not one, right? We have 15 missing assignments here. Listen to how she responds. And rather than being accusatory, start to really, again, open up with curiosity. What can we do about this? What can we do? Lots of times teens will soften when they recognize that something that feels out of control is going to start to be handled with a plan. Now, this introduces the concept of power with versus power over. Many of us have heard of this, but I think it's really, really pertinent in this case. Power over is when we come and say, you have 15 missing assignments, you are going to have these consequences and no X, Y, or Z until it's done. That's power over. Power with is co-creating a plan together. And I hear resistance from parents sometimes about power with because they're interpreting it as a loss of their authority. And what's important to recognize here is your kid is in high school. You're not going to drag her to get these assignments done. That's just not going to happen. And in the world of executive functioning skill development, what we want to be able to do is create young people who are developing these skills. So when she's no longer in your house, she's out into the world, she'll be able to independently manage her tasks, whether that's paying her taxes, whether that's getting the money in savings for her mortgage, whether it's getting to her job or her studies on time. That's where we're headed in child rearing. So concretely, what would I do here? I would suggest that you sit down, you A, lay out what you know and how you found out about it, and B, start to muzzle some of the judgment that'll naturally pop up as a parent, and instead really ask questions like, what's our plan here? What are we going to do about this? How are we going to help ourselves stay accountable? And how can I help hold you accountable? Because as we know as parents, we don't want to become micromanagers. Kids hate it. We hate it. So instead, what we want to do is empower our children to be able to take the lead on managing their assignments, and that takes concrete executive functioning skills. If you'd like to learn more about executive functioning, please follow me. I'm here to give you tips and tricks. And also, please remember a couple of things. One, stay grounded. Two, stay connected. And if you remember anything about executive functioning, may it be this: executive functioning is the ability to pause and plan. So as you go into any situation, remember to pause and plan. You've got this.